Hello, it's John, Shopkeep Arty. Welcome to another Arty class. Today is a little bit different in format, and I'd love your feedback on it as we go ahead, because we are meeting with an artist who a lot of people on Instagram, he's got tens of thousands of followers, think that he lives in Iceland because he paints some amazing watercolors, Icelandic watercolors, but he actually lives in Spain, and we're going to be joining him now from Spain. Hello, Vincent. How are you?
I am fine. Thank you, John. How are you?
Yeah, very well. This is Vincent Garcia, and he paints loads of amazing, dreamy watercolor scenes, usually landscapes, but he does sometimes. We were just talking a moment ago about this lovely sort of horse traveling through the mist. It's a really fantastic one that he did. And we are going to be today painting a sunset, and the way Vincent works, and correct me if I'm wrong here, Vincent, is you kind of start off with a reference photo, but then you get a little bit carried away with things and start to bring your creative, artistic talents into play. So things materialize on the page as we go along, and we're going to be taking you on that journey, a little glimpse of that journey today, and then we're going to talk about a longer workshop event that we're going to be holding in a month or two's time that you can pay to join. It's a workshop event, and the video is included as well, so that you can then watch it as many times as you want, but it's more of an exclusive private session, and that's where we're going to be, and we'll talk a bit more about that anyway. But today we're going to be doing this sunset, and we'll maybe find out a little bit more about Vincent as we go along. We hosted another artist from near to Vincent, who I asked him about, called Pablo Ruben, another really famous watercolor artist, and Vincent said he is like a brother to him. So that it's such a small world. Spain, such a big country, but actually in the artistic community, such a small world. So can't wait to find out more about Vincent and to discover his art. So Vincent, great to have you with us today. Thank you so much for joining us. And I understand you go back to Iceland every year. Is that right?
Yeah, every year I travel to Iceland. Last trip I was teaching in Reykjavik for maybe 80 students, maybe.
Wow,
maybe more. And on my next trip I will be there in July, because I have only one exhibition during the year, only one alone exhibition, and it's only in Iceland in August.
Right.
Yes, yeah, of course. I can't wait to go and another time. And in this trip, I will travel to do plein air if I can, because of the weather is crazy, in Iceland. And I won't do plein air, I won't paint, I won't record some videos. And travel around Iceland in this August year.
Wow. Okay, so twice this year. That's going to be fantastic.
Yeah.
And I was telling Vincent actually that myself and my family, we went to Iceland for the first time last year, and we were fortunate and lucky enough to see the live volcano, which is near to Reykjavik, and we stopped by just expecting to see a dormant volcano with the dried lava, but actually it was live, and we saw a live lava waterfall and things like that. It was absolutely crazy. Yeah. And my son has said it's his favorite place, because there's so many things to do and so different from your typical beach holiday or whatever that you might want to do. It's just a different place, out of this world. So I can really appreciate and understand why you find that inspirational for your art. So why don't I let you turn the camera around, and maybe we can have a chat as you're painting as well. Brilliant. Perfect. So we've got your watercolor paper there, and we will. And what reference photo are you using? You had that, I think, on your iPad.
I won't use this. I won't paint a sunset in Iceland, something like that, with clouds, with a very warm horizon, with orange, yellows, beautiful sun here, and maybe I don't know where is this place, because sometimes I take a lot of pictures of the skies, and my friends and my family send to me every time, and my followers send every time to me photos about the sky, and sometimes I take these photos, no, and I don't know where it is. I am not sure if it's Ireland, but I take every time the sky. I put something in the bottom like Iceland, and I paint Iceland every time.
Yeah, so you're using this as your inspiration.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
Yeah, the painting just for the colors and the shapes and forms. But it may be a follower's photo that was sent in to you. So if you're
Maybe
watching this
am.
and you took this photo, let us know. It'll be great. Okay, over to you then.
Yeah, I want to start. Thank you so much, Jonah. I am very happy to stay here with you.
Yeah, thank you. No, it's lovely. We love hosting new artists and discovering new things. And you've been doing this for a while now. When did you first go to Iceland and discover it?
I was in our residency in the north of Iceland.
Yeah.
In one fjord. With 4 artists on my first trip. I applied for some residencies, and I was waiting, but Iceland called me. No? And I was on summer of 2017. It was very, very, very great experience. I was in shock because Iceland is maybe the most different place than my place, than Spain.
Yeah,
it's very different. The ice, the clouds, dancing every time. The animals, I can see how the whales jumping every time in front of my window. I don't understand nothing. With the sunset at 2 a.m. It's very crazy, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was in shock. This is the reason because I paint every time Iceland, because they are residency with 4 great mates, and I really like it.
Yeah, that's lovely. That's lovely.
I put water in one side, and I put water in the other side, in both sides of the paper. It's really important to do this because I have more time wet on wet my paper if I put water in both sides.
Okay, yes, that makes sense. And does it help? Does it help with the buckling as well a little bit?
Sorry, John. Sorry.
Does it help with the way that paper can buckle sometimes when you put too much water?
Yeah.
It helps.
I prefer that because if I put water in both sides, I don't have waves, and I have more time, of course. Wet on wet technique. I can practice more time with wet on wet. And now in Spain, it's very hot, huh?
Yes.
And my paper dries very fast, and this technique helps me very, very good.
And do you use water spray as you're going along as things dry up? Yes.
I use this type of spray. Is sorry for my English. No? It's a professional hair spray.
Okay.
Yeah, because the drop is very small, very, very small. And this spray doesn't do cauliflowers.
Okay, yes.
And Stranger Things is very, 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 very nice, and I really like it. Really good. I really like it. Of course, I put some water both sides. I really like this brand. Is Michael Harding watercolors.
Yeah.
It's very, very great to paint sunset because the pigment is very powerful and is one of my favorite. It's a United Kingdom company, no?
Yes, yes. I'm sensing that you don't work with a sketch. Do you tend to just go directly paint onto paper?
Yeah. To see the truth, I tried this sky more times. Huh?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I am drawing every time I am playing, and I like paint before in my head. All my watercolors. I imagine my watercolors when I go to the bed. I dream with my watercolor. When and I paint in my head every time. I don't know. I don't know if you can understand. Sorry, but
No, yes, I do. So you're kind of
yeah,
you're making the shapes, you're making
yeah.
you can visualize what you want to do.
Yeah, really, really. I love see my watercolor in my head. I love in my brain. I can see my watercolor in my dreams.
Yes, yeah.
Well, okay, I won't put some orange, cadmium orange in the bottom. It's something like that. You can see. For the very, very, very soft, I am using Saunders paper. Is the best for me. For my technique, is perfect.
It's
Orange.
it's a lovely, vibrant color. That lovely.
Yeah. This paper is perfect. This all are from United Kingdom brands, huh? Yeah, Michael Harding and the paper also. Yeah, the paper is Saunders Waterford, of course.
Okay, yeah.
Orange the first time, and I won't put in the bottom. I'll show. Very, 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 very soft. You have to dance with your with the hake. Very, 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 very soft. Very, 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 very soft. Dance, dance, dance. Very, 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 very soft. Enjoy with this. No, it's more easy if you paint the sky like this, especially the sunset. Don't paint the sunset like this, huh? No. Very, very, very soft.
Imagine you're stroking the page, I guess.
Yeah. Very, very, very soft. You have one of my teachers say to me, Vincent, you have to imagine every time that you are touching the subject when you are painting. No, and these clouds are very, 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 very soft, and I am imagine that I am touch the clouds. No, do you? I don't know if I can understand. Yeah.
Yes, you like because they're wispy and dreamy, and you're just playing with the edge of the clouds.
Yeah, of course. Thank you, John. Very kind.
That's okay. No, you're very good. I mean, we've hosted some artists that has been very difficult to and challenging to understand, but obviously we are not your first language, so I think I take my hat off to all of you.
Yeah, my accent maybe is different because I learn about I learn more English in Iceland, in India, in Liverpool also. In Liverpool, two summers. Okay. I was in Liverpool 2 summers.
Well, I don't know whether Liverpudlian is English, but I'll give you that. No offense to any Liverpudlians watching. That wasn't.
Yeah, the accent is very strong.
Oh, it is. I love the accent actually.
Yeah, I love, of course.
Have you picked up any Icelandic while you've been going there? Have you picked up some Icelandic?
Icelandic is something like more hard, no?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
But I really love this accent. I have Icelandic accent when I speak about artist things.
Okay. Yeah. Because you're always teaching there, so you.
Because I was teaching, and of course, my My students are so nice. Very nice people. Cadmium orange and cobalt blue. I won't paint this cobalt blue and a little bit of cadmium orange to paint the blues. But the blues are very grays, not very powerful. Very, very grays. I change for a petit gris. Cobalt blue, cadmium orange. Oh, nice. More water in the air, huh? I am using every time the spray because it's very warm in Spain now. And my paper dries very fast.
Yes, it's such a challenge. When we've hosted artists from India, for example, it's oh my God, it dries so quickly.
Yeah, of course, dries very, very quick. I won't use a little bit of white, very, very little bit, with cobalt and orange. I won't paint this, the shadow of the clouds. Very, 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 very soft. Very, very, very soft. Cadmium orange. Blue. I have to spend a lot of time on my palette. It's very important because sometimes we go very, very fast and we don't have time to mix, no, in the palette. And mix very good in the palette is one of the secrets of the watercolor.
Exactly.
Because your mixes can be more beautiful, more interesting, of course.
Yeah, and you're thinking about how it works with other colors that are on the page and the values. Yeah. And I think that's something that we'll definitely talk about in more depth at the longer workshop because we'll have more time and we can look at how you're mixing things.
Yeah. I am using the same mix. With the clothes in the bottom. Wow, really nice, beautiful reference. I dream with this. Sorry for my English. Sorry.
No need to apologize. And have you had the opportunity of seeing the Northern Lights while you've been in Iceland?
No, never. One time I was teaching to my student in Iceland. I was teaching how paint Northern Lights, and in one moment I realized, and maybe they are 80 students, maybe more.
Yeah.
I was doing a demonstration, and I was thinking about, and I say, Vincent, maybe you are the only person here knows see Northern Lights. All my students saw Northern Lights since they was a child, and I know I never see Northern Lights because I travel to Iceland every summer, but never in on winter, no.
Oh.
And I say to my students, "Oh, you are so great. You are the most humble people I never know before. Thank you so much." Because I am the teacher. I try to teach you how paying Northern Lights, and I am the only person in this room I never see Northern Lights before. All my students are with the open mouths, no, with the are like, "Oh, what, Vincent? What are you?" But it was so funny moment, and I say, "Oh, thank you so much. I am very happy to stay here with you. Thank you." Wow, incredible, huh? And one of my students, he was 90 years old. She said to me, Sigridur, Vincent, maybe are a little bit more green. Honestly, of course. Yeah, funny moments. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I bet that is an amazing experience if you have the opportunity of seeing that.
Oh, we are in the tomb. Wow. This. I won't travel to Iceland on winter, of course. I can wait to go.
Yeah,
Maybe next winter. Maybe.
it'll be fantastic. And have you managed to see, because the island is quite, from a population point of view, it's quite concentrated around the Reykjavik, which is the kind of southwesterly point of the island, and it is a big island.
Yeah.
Have you managed to explore more remote parts of the island?
I explore all Iceland,
Right.
all in the all trips I had. But my favorite, I want to spend more time, if it's possible, on my next trip in August, because I will be travel with my close friend in August.
Right.
And I won't go to Highlands.
Right.
Highlands are in the center, in the main part
Oh,
of
yes.
Iceland.
Yes.
Only volcanoes, only beautiful colors in the earth, warm rivers. It's incredible, this place, especially Landmannalaugar. On my last trip, I was there, and it's incredible. Wow.
Wow.
I can't wait to go another time.
Yeah.
But the all people in Iceland lives in, of course, you say in Reykjavik, Garðabær. It's very close than Reykjavik. Kópavogur is another city, very, very close, but all is Reykjavik, of course.
Yeah. We happened to we were recommended it was almost like a ride that you can go on, like in Disney World or something. But in Reykjavik, there is this installation. It seemed quite new, where you sit in these harnesses and it propels you out, and it's a 3D tour of Iceland. It's like you're flying through Iceland and over the ground and the terrain, but it's multi stimulating. So for example, when you fly through a waterfall, it sprays you with water in the face, and it's in a seat that moves as you fly. So it really feels like you're flying over Iceland. And that was a really great way, especially for the kids, to explore Iceland without we didn't have enough time to visit the entire island. It would have been obviously better to see the whole island ourselves, but you can't really do that in a few weeks. And that was a really great. So anybody that's new to Iceland, I'd recommend that as a one-off ride in Reykjavik to give that a go, and it just gives you a good flavour of what the island of Iceland has to offer.
Yeah. Sorry. This is sepia, sorry. Sepia for the button.
Okay.
Sorry. And I mix all my colors now. No, only sepia, all my colors with sepia now. Thank you, John.
That's okay.
Thank you. I love paint at the same time when I am talking.
Yes.
Always. Yeah, I really like to stay. Yeah, of course.
It's good. It's more sociable, isn't it? And that's why I enjoy hosting these shows, because you can get to know somebody. You're being introduced to new skills. It's lovely, and it's a tonic to the mind to watch somebody paint anyway. And you can learn new tips, but also find out about a person. And so it's you can gain an awful lot of things just from watching a single video.
I won't paint in the sun, more orange with this. This more orange, and I put a little bit of water to work this more dry on dry, to have the effects of the sun. You can see. Wow, this is incredible how it works watercolor alone. Huh?
Yes, yeah. It's a great medium, isn't it?
It's the best medium, the best. I really like, of course, I like oil, no? I like another, when I was a child especially, and when I was in the university, I was painting with another mediums. And I really like, but for me, the best is watercolor, of course. I like watercolor, is my life now. Oh, the sun. The sun appears. Oh, this pigment is really good. It's very important have very good materials to paint. Very good. Because if you paint with very bad materials, you can have very good results. It's very different. I recommend to you always paint with very good paper. It's necessary.
Yes, from my experience of all the hundreds and hundreds of hours of art tutorials that I've hosted, I would say that it probably ranks paper is the most important, followed by paints, followed by brushes.
Yeah, I am agree, of course. I want to do a little bit, maybe river. With a little movement. more all colors in my palette, orange, yellows, all colors, and sepia, of course.
The way that the sun is poking over the hill there, it's been very effective. That the way the color is just eking out, it's really great technique. Another artist we hosted, who has had a very good handle on the use of light in watercolor, was Javid Tapatabai. I don't know whether you've come across him. He lives in Vancouver, but he's an Iranian artist, and he does some amazing watercolors as well. The way that he uses light in this way, it just reminded me a little bit with the sun there over the top.
Here, look at the orange to connect every time.
Yes.
And Iceland is here. Of course.
It's amazing how it almost it comes from nothing. It's like magic. It's like watching magic happen on the page.
Wow, stop here. A little bit. I can fix some things here. Very, very soft all time. Wow, this. I want to do some lights reflection in the river. Yes, something like that. And now I want to do some textures in the bottom. Especially this in the corner. And sometimes I use, sorry. It's very usual when I am recording. I use the hair dryer, no?
Hair dryer, yes.
Hair dry. And spray at the same time.
Ah.
Yeah. To make texture. When it's not too dry, I start to use this. And the textures is more easy to apply. Okay.
Would you mind just moving the page up just slightly? Because I think we can then see what happened with that spray and the hairdryer, the effect.
You can see. Sorry.
There we go.
Sorry, I can see. Now you can see.
There we go. There we go. Yes.
Sorry, John.
It's a nice effect, a bit like sprinkling salt or something like that. Is that sort of mottled effect?
Sometimes testers, the same time. You can fix some like this, for example. I like testers. Perfect. I think it's finished.
That is wonderful, and how it looked so simple.
It's simple, of course.
It's simple.
Very, very simple.
But isn't it so effective? That was really fantastic. Thank you, Vincent, for sharing that with us. And so maybe to share your thoughts about what the upcoming workshop might involve. So this is going to be happening in May, and the details you'll be able to find in the description below with a link so that you can find out a bit more about it and book if you want to join us. And if you do book, you can also get the video included in the price as well, so that you can watch it as many times as you want and do the catch up. Now, the workshop is going to be obviously a little bit more complicated than this, but still doable, still applicable for beginners through to advanced, because we're going to cover all the different things step by step. And what is the subject for the longer workshop?
I want paint one sky bigger, a little bit complicated, a little bit more. It's easy, but a little bit with some clouds, with light and mountains and a river. This is the subject, and now it's time to dream, no?
and the thing with the workshop, which is different from these little demos, is that obviously today we've been talking about Vincent, Iceland, while he's been painting along. But in the workshop, we'll obviously have a chat with Vincent as well, but we'll be able to focus on the techniques that he's using for each step, so that you can then replicate that at home as you're painting along, or if you're watching the video in the future, you'll be able to see everything that you do and hopefully replicate that. And hopefully, the objective of all our workshops is to help you improve your art, and then hopefully you'll be able to do that too. But it should be a really great, you should end up with a really great landscape by the end of it, which will be fantastic. And we'll be able to find out a few more things about Vincent as well. If you have decided to try and paint along today with this short class, I know some of our followers do that. We'd love to see what you've created, and there will be a Facebook link, and the link should be in the description below, or if you have visited this on our video library via our website, in the class info, there'll be a direct link to the Facebook page. And if you want to share your art on the Facebook post relating to this class, we'd love to have a look. It'd be great. Have a look what other people have done as well, because it's always really fascinating. And if you want to join us for the workshop, please do sign up. And if you want to follow Vincent, I think you're on Instagram, aren't you, Vincent?
Yeah.
Yep. And the link for Vincent's Instagram is in the description as well, so you can click on that and go and have a look at some of his most recent artistic creations. So that would be great. So Vincent, what are you doing for the next few months before you go to Iceland? Do you do classes in Spain as well?
Yeah, I have to travel a lot, because before to go to Iceland, I have my next trip is to Italy, to Bologna, one festival of watercolor. Then I go to Zaragoza to teach a workshop. Then I go to Prague. Prague is in English, sorry. Praga.
Prada.
Praga.
Prada. Yeah. Okay.
It's my next trip. And in June, I will be in another part of Spain to do a demo in a festival in Potes. And I go to Norway and Sweden to teach in June.
Wow.
Yeah, I have a lot of, thanks to God, I have a lot of work, of course. And now I have to end in the studio, but I paint maybe 10 hours, 11, 12 hours every day. And I have to prepare my last watercolor for my next exhibition in Reykjavik in August. Wow. I have a lot of work. If you want, you can help me. Huh?
You are a busy man. That is incredible. Do you have any time at home? I should have asked you that question.
Yeah, of course. I have time to stay with my friends, with my family, of course, to have a trip. But I consider I am young, and it's the time to create, and it's the time to be my best version. No? And this is the reason, because I want to do the best things and the best watercolor I can do. And this is the time.
Yeah, no, well, that's fact. Well, the lovely thing is you found something that you really love, and you're doing it to the max, which is great. So and it's been really lovely hosting you for the first time today. I've really enjoyed it, and can't wait for your upcoming workshop. That will be really fun. So thank you so much. And all our artists, when they do a short class like this, they get a big round of applause. So here we go. Big round of applause. Thank you very much, Vincent, and we'll see you very soon.
See you. Thank you.